Asten here from the ADHD Survival Guide. Please excuse my outfit, but my flat is freezing. I refuse to put the heating on because it does nothing, so I'd rather shuffle around in my little abominable snowman outfit. Anyway, enough about the environmental policies of my house. We're here to talk about ADHD meds. I'm only going to talk about my own personal experience of ADHD medication because it's the only thing I can do really, because I only exist in this body. So what are you going to do? When I first got diagnosed, I was really against the idea of taking any ADHD medication. I guess because of all the controversy kind of surrounding that type of medicine, I got kind of scared off. But the doctors were really keen for me to try it out. And they did say, if you don't get on with it, you can just stop taking it, which was true. So I thought, I'll give it a try. I was given a stimulant. You can get non-stimulants too. And I was given methylphenidate hydrochloride. I think that's how you pronounce that. I could be wildly wrong. For some reason, I was like totally terrified that they were just gonna give me a placebo and this was like some big weird test. Anyway, I took it one day and waited for a bit, and I think I was waiting for this kind of like light bulb moment of amazingness, but nothing happened. And I was like, well, that was a pile of crap. So I just kind of started getting on with my work. At the time, I was working on a commission that was photographing lots of different people in lots of different locations at lots of different times. So lots of emails and organising, and I was dreading it. Suddenly I realised I was finished in an hour at a task that would usually take me hours and hours. I was so surprised. I even checked if the clock had run out of batteries and stopped. I was like, well, that was weird. Then I started thinking, oh, well, I could get a head start in this other commission. I'll start thinking about what I want to cook for dinner tonight. And then I was like, whoa. Has the apocalypse happened? Is the world ending? Am I dead? Has the space-time continuum shifted? Obviously, what had actually happened is the drugs have started working. The little suckers have crept up on me. I've spoken before about how ADHDers have time blindness. All of a sudden, I could see past, present, and future all at once, and then not only that, I could also focus enough to plan actions now that would affect that possible future. The fact that I've been able to work on a task for an hour without breaking something was a miracle. I was fidgeting and moving less. It was the weirdest feeling ever. What was even weirder though was realising this is what everyone feels all the time. This is what normal felt like. It made sense then why doctors wanted you to take the meds. I mean, how would you explain the essentially ethereal concept of how one experiences time and a focused reality to a person who has no reference point in order to teach and advise alternative ways to compensate for the biological problems at the bottom of ADHD? Oh, I'm way too hungover for a sentence like that. The world is fading. In other words, I felt like I'd just learned a goddamn superpower. So this was great. I thought this was the answer. I'd been saved. But it quickly became apparent that this wasn't quite the sustainable solution I'd hoped for. I was now constantly bored. Oh, so bored. My thoughts were finally linear and something I could use towards my health and well-being. And it was good to have a rest from my loud, crazy carousel of a brain. But I missed it. Weirdly, this also started destroying my job. I work in a creative field, and I've always thought of ideas and created things with this like chaotic background. I had no idea how to create anything with a brain that worked normally. Physiologically, I noticed that it sometimes has a tendency to make me grind my teeth. And in the evenings, I noticed I was getting irritable. In the evenings, you're meant to take less of the medication in case you can't sleep, which I personally haven't had any problems with. I was worried this was some sort of withdrawal issue, which really freaked me out. But I realised what it actually is over the years, I must have built up a resistance and coping mechanisms to the loud, constantly moving, unfocused thoughts that is my normal brain activity. And when I've had a day of not having to cope with that, when it comes back, it's a bit of an annoying shock at first. For these reasons and others, this is why I tend to take the ADHD medication sparsely now, or when I really need it. Meds might not be for everyone with ADHD, but the fact that I've been able to experience that like focused reality has given me a completely different outlook and reference point. It's really helped me handle my own ADHD. Good luck, ADHDers.